Across the globe, there are places so dangerous that only the bravest souls dare to enter. From boiling lakes to ghost forests, our world is filled with deadly spots that can make your heart race and your palms sweat. Call them nature's traps or death's playgrounds. Here are 15 deadly spots that will surely freak you out. And trust us, some of these spots are so bizarre that you won't believe they're real, but they are. Ready to explore the unknown? Then keep watching. Number 15. Shark Alley, South Africa. If you ever find yourself in these waters, just know you're not the top predator anymore. Between Dyer Island and Geyser Rock, an all-you-can-eat buffet of Cape Fur seals attracts some of the most terrifying hunters in the ocean. They don't just swim here, they hunt, and they don't just kill, they ambush. Great whites launch themselves out of the water with bone-crushing speed, snatching their prey in a move so violent it looks like something out of a horror movie. It's called breaching, and Shark Alley is one of the only places on Earth where they do it regularly. For thrill seekers, cage diving here is the ultimate adrenaline rush. Just a steel cage between you and a creature with 300 serrated teeth. But even cages aren't foolproof. Every so often, a curious shark gets too close, reminding everyone exactly who rules these waters. Number 14. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. The Amazon is already wild, but Madidi cranks the chaos up to a whole new level. Think of it as nature's version of survival of the fittest, except here, everything is trying to kill you. Touch the wrong plant, your skin blisters. Brush against the wrong tree, you might hallucinate for hours. Drink unfiltered water. Congratulations, you've just invited a parasite to set up permanent residency in your intestines. The animals don't make things easier. Jaguars prowl unseen, bushmaster snakes can strike before you even know they're there, and somewhere in the river, a caiman is waiting for you to make one wrong step. And let's not forget the insects, because some of them carry toxins that make even the biggest predators think twice. It's breathtaking, it's untamed, and it's no place for amateurs. Out here, Mother Nature isn't messing around. Number 13. Dalal Depression, Ethiopia. Earth has some strange places, but the Dalal Depression looks like it belongs on another planet entirely. It's a boiling wasteland of neon-colored acid pools, toxic gas clouds, and salt formations that make you question if you're still on solid ground. The heat alone is brutal, regularly soaring past 122 degrees, but it's not just the temperature that'll get you. The ground beneath your feet is unstable, capable of collapsing into boiling water or releasing fumes that can suffocate you in seconds. Scientists love this place because it's one of the closest things we have to an alien environment on Earth. But it's also one of the most dangerous, so unpredictable that even bacteria struggle to survive here. Tourists come for the surreal beauty, but they leave drenched in sweat, gasping for air, and wondering why they ever thought this was a good idea in the first place. Number 12. Mount Merapi, Indonesia. Most mountains just sit there, looking pretty. Mount Merapi? It erupts so often that people have learned to live with it, like having an angry landlord who occasionally throws molten rock at your house. This isn't some sleepy, dormant volcano. It's one of the most active in the world, constantly belching out steam and ash, reminding everyone that it can go boom at any moment. When it does, it doesn't just spew lava. It unleashes pyroclastic flows. That's science talk for a rolling inferno of hot gas and volcanic debris moving so fast that outrunning it isn't an option. Yet millions of people live near it. Some say the fertile land is worth the risk. Others believe the volcano is a living spirit that must be respected. Either way, every time Merapi rumbles, it's a not-so-subtle reminder that nature always has the final say. All right, guys, now let's move to the cold one. Number 11. Oymyakon, Russia. Imagine waking up and realizing your eyelashes have frozen together. That's just another Tuesday in Oymyakon, the coldest inhabited place on the planet. Here, winter temperatures regularly drop below -58 degrees, and in 1933, it hit a record-shattering -89.9 degrees. At that temperature, exposed skin freezes in minutes, cars need bonfires to start, and breathing too deeply can literally hurt. There's no central heating, no grocery stores stocked with fresh produce, just a handful of people tough enough to survive, where even bacteria struggle to stay alive. Despite all odds, life goes on. Kids still go to school unless it drops below -55 degrees, and locals rely on a diet of frozen fish, reindeer, and whatever else won't turn into an ice block before reaching their plate. It's brutal, it's relentless, and it makes winter anywhere else look like a joke. Number 10. Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania. If Romania already gives you the chills, this forest will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about fear. Hoia Baciu isn't just eerie. It's the kind of place that messes with your senses the moment you step inside. Strange lights, whispers from nowhere, and the feeling that something is watching you. It's all part of the experience. For centuries, people have gone missing here without explanation. Some blame supernatural forces. Others believe there's something more scientific at play. Geomagnetic anomalies, strange energy fields, or even time distortions. The trees grow in twisted, unnatural shapes, as if the forest itself is alive and shifting. At the center lies a perfectly barren clearing where nothing grows. Legends say it's a portal to another world. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, one thing is certain: Hoia Baciu has an energy that's impossible to ignore. It's not a place you simply visit. It's a place that stays with you. Number 9. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. Some places feel like they belong in another world, and this massive marine sinkhole off the coast of Belize is one of them. Nearly a perfect circle, it stretches over 300 meters across and plunges more than 120 meters deep. It wasn't always this way. Thousands of years ago, it was a vast limestone cave until rising sea levels swallowed it whole, leaving behind an abyss that now lures divers from all over the world. Beneath its sapphire surface, the ocean floor drops off sharply, revealing eerie rock formations and the remains of ancient stalactites. The deeper you go, the darker it gets. Reef sharks, hammerheads, and giant groupers glide through its waters, perfectly at home in the silence. But beauty can be deceptive. Strong currents, sudden drop-offs, and nitrogen narcosis make this one of the most dangerous dive spots on the planet. Number 8. The Boiling Lake, Dominica. This isn't your average hot spring. Hidden deep within Dominica's rainforests, the boiling lake looks like something out of a prehistoric world, constantly steaming, bubbling, and shifting as if the earth itself is alive beneath it. With temperatures near boiling, no one's ever dared to measure its exact depth, and for good reason. This isn't a place for swimming. Getting here isn't easy either. The journey takes hours, winding through dense jungle, steep cliffs, and slippery terrain. Toxic gases hang in the air, seeping from the volcanic activity below. Hikers have reported feeling lightheaded or short of breath just from standing too close. And the lake itself? Completely unpredictable. Water levels rise and fall without warning, sometimes draining entirely before surging back to life. Those who make the journey are rewarded with a view unlike any other. But this lake serves as a reminder that nature plays by its own rules. Number 7. Sundarbans, India and Bangladesh. Tigers, crocodiles, and deadly tides. This mangrove forest doesn't just test survival skills, it rewrites them. The Sundarbans stretch across 10,000 square kilometers, forming the largest tidal mangrove ecosystem on Earth. It's beautiful, but it's also one of the most hostile environments a person can enter. The Bengal tigers here are different from anywhere else. More aggressive, more elusive, and perfectly adapted to the swamps. They've been known to stalk fishermen and villagers who stray too far into their domain. The rising and falling tides shift the landscape, turning pathways into sinking mudflats in a matter of hours. Crocodiles lurk beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment. Even experienced navigators have lost their way in this maze of waterways. There's no easy way in or out. Those who enter must rely on expert guides, quick instincts, and unwavering respect for the wild, because here, the jungle always wins. Number 6. Everest Glacier, Tibet. Climbing Everest isn't just about endurance. It's about surviving a place that genuinely wants you to fail. The Rongbuk Glacier, on the northern approach to the world's tallest mountain, is a frozen labyrinth of hidden crevasses, shifting ice, and deadly avalanches. The altitude alone is enough to wreck your body. Oxygen levels are so low that even breathing feels like a full-body workout. The temperature? Cold enough to turn your fingers black if you so much as take your gloves off for a selfie. And thanks to climate change, the glaciers are becoming even more unpredictable. Melting ice means more collapses, more shifting terrain, and a higher chance of disappearing into a bottomless crack in the earth. Yet, climbers keep coming, drawn to Everest's unforgiving beauty. Some make it to the top, some don't. Either way, this glacier has no sympathy for anyone underestimating it. Number 5. Snake Island, Brazil. Some places are dangerous. Then there's Snake Island, a place so lethal that stepping foot on it is practically a death sentence. Located off Brazil's coast, this small island is crawling with thousands of golden lancehead vipers, a species so venomous their bite can liquefy flesh and cause organ failure within hours. There's no escape, no safe path, and no antidote if you're bitten. For centuries, these snakes have ruled the island, evolving in complete isolation with no natural predators. They hunt migratory birds, striking with deadly precision before their victims even realize what hit them. Legends tell of doomed lighthouse keepers and fishermen who dared to land here, only to disappear without a trace. The Brazilian government has sealed off the island, allowing only a handful of researchers access under strict conditions. If you really want some thrill in life, this place is it. Just stay away from snakes, and you're good to go. Number 4. McMurdo Dry Valleys, Antarctica. Antarctica is unforgiving, but even here, the McMurdo Dry Valleys stand out as one of the most extreme places on Earth. Unlike the rest of the continent, these valleys are almost entirely free of ice, stripped bare by katabatic winds so powerful they evaporate moisture before it can settle. What's left behind is a barren, otherworldly landscape that looks more like Mars than Earth. Scientists flock here not just to test the limits of survival, but to study life in its most extreme form. Microorganisms thrive in isolated pockets beneath frozen lakes, defying conditions that should be impossible. Then there's Blood Falls, a river of deep red water seeping from a glacier, stained by iron-rich brine that's been trapped beneath the ice for millennia. There's no margin for error in the dry valleys. Blinding dust storms, jagged terrain, and brutal cold make it a place where only the toughest, human or otherwise, can survive. Number 3. Lake Natron, Tanzania. It looks like something out of a dream. A lake so red it seems unnatural, with waters so alkaline they can strip flesh from bone. Lake Natron in Tanzania isn't just deadly, it's surreal. With a pH nearing that of ammonia and temperatures that can reach 140 degrees, this lake is more a chemistry experiment than an ecosystem. Few creatures can handle its extreme conditions, but for lesser flamingos, it's the perfect sanctuary. They nest here, safe from predators unwilling to risk the toxic waters. But for the unlucky animals that misjudge their landing, the lake's high salt content mummifies them, leaving behind eerie, calcified remains. Scientists are still unraveling its mysteries, but one thing is certain: this isn't a place for casual exploration. Even the air around it can burn your lungs. Stunning? Well, it is, absolutely. Safe? Well, not in the slightest. Number 2. Denali, Alaska. At over 20,000 feet, Denali isn't just North America's tallest peak. It's one of its most unforgiving. The mountain is a masterpiece of brutal beauty, drawing climbers into its icy grip with the promise of adventure. But this is no ordinary climb. Denali's Arctic location makes it far more dangerous than peaks of similar height. The air is thin, the temperatures plummet below -40 degrees Celsius, and storms roll in with little warning, swallowing climbers in whiteout blizzards. Hidden crevasses lie in wait beneath shifting glaciers, and the risk of avalanches is ever present. Oxygen levels here feel like those found at 23,000 feet in the Himalayas, meaning altitude sickness hits harder and faster. Even the best prepared climbers face serious danger. Those who make it to the top earn their place among the elite. Those who don't? Well, Denali doesn't do second chances. Number 1. Nyiragongo Volcano, Congo. Some volcanoes give you time to run. Nyiragongo doesn't. Its lava is unlike anything else on the planet. Fast, fluid, and nearly impossible to outrun when it decides to move. Sitting over 11,000 feet above sea level in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, this volcano is home to one of the largest active lava lakes in the world. When it erupts, the lava doesn't just creep down the slopes, it races. In 2002, the molten flow reached the city of Goma in minutes, destroying homes and forcing hundreds of thousands to flee. Even today, the ground beneath the volcano is unstable, and its movements are unpredictable. Scientists monitor it constantly, but with limited resources and ongoing political unrest in the region, predicting the next disaster is a challenge. Despite the risks, people still climb to its rim, staring into the churning lava below. It's mesmerizing, it's terrifying, and it's a reminder that some of Earth's most beautiful sights are also the most dangerous. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.